Hello students, in our earlier video we have discussed about the FMC curve in detail, each and every step of the FMC curve, and then the certain factors that affects the selection of the dryers. Okay, so there were some factors, they affect the selection of the dryers, like properties of the material, drying characteristics of the material, flow of material to and from the dryer, then what are the product qualities, then the facilities that are available at the site of installation. Okay, in today's video we will discuss about the classification of the dryers. Okay, so let us see how the dryers is being classified. You can see the flow chart here. Again, the equipment is divided into three parts: for solids, for paste or sludges, that is slurry, and for the solution. For solids like granules, by the mechanism of convection, conduction or radiation. The three basic mechanisms are there through which the dryers are classified. In convection, if it is in the batch process, then the dryers are tray dryer and fluidized bed dryer. If it is a continuous process, then it will be tunnel dryer belt or conveyor dryer, rotary dryer or turbo dryer. Again, by the process of conduction, again if it is a batch process, then the examples are vacuum oven dryer, freeze dryer. Continuous process, pneumatic dryer. By the mechanism of radiation, there are IR lamps type of dryers are there. Again, for the paste or slurry type of feed material, the dryers are agitator dryer, which is classified into two parts: atmospheric or vacuum. Means the pressure which is applied in this dryer are, it may be atmospheric pressure, or the process of drying is being carried out by the vacuum application. Third one is if the feed is the solution, then by the mechanism of again convection and conduction. Again convection, rotary dryer, conveyor, tunnel, and in conduction, drum dryer, pan dryer, rotary dryer and spray dryer. Commonly used equipments for drying process are drum dryer, spray dryer, FBD, tray dryer, tunnel dryer, vacuum dryer, microwave, radiant heat dryer, that is infrared, rotary dryer and freeze dryer. Now next, let us see about drum dryer or roller dryer or film dryer. What happens in this? There is a cylindrical drum which is hollow, is heated, and that cylindrical hollow drum is rotating on its longitudinal axis. Okay, then that cylindrical drum is dipped into the solution. In which solution? The solution which is to be dried. Okay, the solution is carried as a film on the surface of the dryer and it is dried to form a layer. Okay, so let us see the construction of drum dryer. This is the diagram of drum dryer. You can see a hollow cylindrical drum is there which is dipped in the solution which is to be dried, and you can see that a liquid film is being drawn over the drum, and as the drum is rotating, that liquid film which is attached to the surface of the dryer is getting dried and a doctor's knife is there which scraps the dried film of the surface of the drum dryer, and there is a collector is there under the doctor's knife, so that the dried film which is the dried film of the solution which is dried on the surface of the drum is getting collected in that collector. Okay, it consists of let us see the construction. It consists of a horizontally mounted hollow steel drum of 0.6 to 3 meter in diameter and 0.6 to 4 meter in length. Under this drum, the feeding pan is placed in such a way that the drum dips partially into the feed. On the one side of the drum, a spreader is there, and the other side a doctor's knife is there. Under that doctor's knife, a storage bin is placed to collect the material. Next, how it works. As you know, the drum is hollow, so the steam is passing inside the drum. Now the drum is rotated at 1 to 10 rotations per minute, and the liquid that is present in the feed pen that adheres to the surface of the drum, and due to the presence of the steam it gets dried. As the material dried during the rotation of the drum, it is collected in the storage bin by using a knife. Okay, so you can see that the process of drying in this drum dryer completes in less than the one cycle, so that the time of contact of the material with drum is only 6 to 15 seconds. So this was the working of the drum dryer. Now what are the uses? So you can see that the drum dryer is dipped in the solution. It means it is used for the solution, slurry, suspension, etc. Means drum dryer is used for drying the liquid products. Okay, the product dried are like milk products, starch products, ferrous salts, suspension of zinc oxide, suspension of kaolin, yeast, pigments, malt extracts, antibiotics, glandular extracts, insecticides, DDT, calcium, etc. So what can be the advantages of drum dryer? First of all, it takes very less time, only a few seconds. So the heat sensitive material can be dried in this drum dryer. Second, it occupies very less space as it is compact when compared to the spray dryer. Third one is, as a thin film of the liquid is formed on the large heating surface, the rates of heat transfer and the mass transfer are very high. Okay, and the last advantage is the product which is obtained by the drum dryer drying process is completely dried and it is in the final form. Okay, no other processing steps is needed after the product is dried with the help of drum dryer. Now what can be the disadvantages? First is your maintenance cost is very high in drum dryer. Second is skilled operators are essential to control the feed rate. Means if the film that is adhering to the drum is getting thick, so the drying capacity of the drum dryer will getting low. Okay, अगर थिकनेस ज़्यादा हो जाएगा तो हमारा प्रोडक्ट ठीक से ड्राई नहीं हो पाएगा. ओके, in that speed of rotation and that temperature. So there are skilled operators are much needed in operating this drum dryer. And third one is, it is not suitable for the solution of salts which is having very less solubility. Okay, next one is your tray dryer. In this tray dryer, by the name itself suggests, there are certain trays inside a compact system is there, in which the hot air is continuously passing over the wet mass that is kept in the tray, and the heat transfer takes place by the forced convection. Okay, how the construction of tray dryer is there? It consists of a rectangular chamber whose wall is insulated, and the trays are placed in the chamber according to the need, means according to the capacity, or if it is present in the lab, then very small tray dryer can be used. If it is in the industry, then we need the large size tray dryer. Okay, how it works? The wet solid is loaded into the trays and the trays are then placed into the chamber. Then the fresh air is introduced through the inlet which passes through the heaters and it is getting heated up. Then the hot air is circulated by means of fans at 2 to 5 meter per second. After that, the water is picked up by air and moist air is removed from the outlet. Then during this cycle of drying, only 10 to 20% of the fresh air is introduced. Rest 80 to 90% of air is circulated back. Okay. What are the uses of this tray dryer? The sticky material, plastic substances, granular mass or crystalline material such as precipitates, paste, etc. can be dried in tray dryer. Crude drugs like chemicals, powders, tablet granules or any other parts of equipments are dried in the tray dryer. What are the various advantages of tray dryer? Handling of material. The loading and unloading can be done without losses. It is a batch-wise operation. Batch drying is used extensively in the manufacture of pharmaceutical, like each batch of the material can be handled as a separate entity. Second one is the batch sizes in the pharmaceutical industry are relatively very small, okay, as compared with the chemical industry. Then the same equipment is readily adjusted for the use in drying a wide variety of materials. And last one is valuable products can be handled efficiently. And what are the disadvantages? It requires more labor to load and unload, hence the cost is increasing, okay, and the process is time consuming, okay. So this was your tray dryer. Okay students, further equipment of the drying process we will study in our next video. This is all for today. I hope you are getting each and every equipments that is used in the different processes of your subject pharmaceutical engineering. Okay, thank you very much.